So women typically anatomically have a narrower heel, okay? So what they manufacturers have done is narrowed up the liners a lot in the heel pocket. Obviously a lot of the control comes from the back, so it's important to get a snug fit in the heel just to give them more control. Calf muscles are proportionally a lot thicker than men's, and they actually connect lower down the leg. So it's important that the line is actually cut a little lower, which they do with all the women's specific liners, and as you can see it's got a little concave section just to sit around our calf muscle so it doesn't dig in so much. Also they've made the buckles pretty adjustable around the top, obviously allowing it to open up a lot more, put less pressure in that area. Typically we tend to have high instep, so one common issue you find with women's skiing is they tend to crank down on the second buckle, the instep buckle. That tends to compress the foot down, okay, cutting into the nerves and cutting off blood supply. Also tend to squash the net heads into the side of the boot, so typically they tend to get a lot of numbness up in the forefoot area. Women tend to be more knock-kneed. Okay? Guys tend to be more bow-legged, women more knock-kneed. So what that means when we're fitting the boot, once we've got them on a footbed, we've got them neutral in there, we're going to check the cuff alignment, okay? These points on the boot. So the couple of ways of testing this, the way I like to do it is to actually pull out the liner, get them on the footbed, and then look at whether they're equal distance from the medial and the lateral side of the boot. Okay, so ideally we want them in the middle. Typically you're going to find you need to move that cuff in slightly to get them more central in the boot. Women definitely tend to feel the cold a lot more than men. Okay, our blood pressure is a lot lower, so when it's cold our blood vessels tend to restrict, so we keep our cores a lot warmer and the extremities feel the cold more, so toes and fingers are going to get a lot colder. So manufacturers obviously worked on it. They've tried to add insulating materials into the liner, so Primaloft is in a lot of the liners now. Obviously you can see they're pretty warm and fuzzy in there. If after all of that they're in the correct sock, kind of educated on being in a thin sock, it's going to breathe a little better, not cut off circulation, and allow a lot more air space around the toes. If they're still cold, then Bootdoctors, they actually make a product that we can install into the footbed. So it's a little round element that basically sits up under the toes. We wire it through the liner, and then that's got 4 temperature settings. So it makes a huge difference if you get cold. So personally, I feel the cold a lot, and that saves my feet for the day.